This one's so pathetic it's hard to know where to start. I'm going to mostly skip over a lot of the short shrift in the middle. It's got a lot of crap it would take a collection of vids to untangle. But 2 points in particular. I'm putting a link in the vid description about the 3 days thing in Sacrifice. It's kind of long and scholarly, so don't bring your crayons. And that bit about God's Son also being Him? Yoo-hoo, Dark. That's modalism. Though I doubt you have any idea what the different Christological permutations are. But anyway, to the nitty-gritty of this one, which is forgiveness. As usual, your mistake is tying all this into modern ideas of what that means. Though to be fair, it's a mistake made by a lot of Christians, too. The basis here is that their world was a collectivist society, one where interpersonal relations were governed by reciprocity. In that light, sin wasn't merely a moral act, but also a breach of interpersonal relations that invoked a debt upon the sinner to the one they sinned against, whether it was God or another human being. Put another way, sin severed you from the one you sinned against. In turn, sin made people unable to maintain their social position. This is where we get to what forgiveness actually meant to them. It wasn't just some off-the-cuff, "oh, I forgive you," and leave it at that. As they saw it, forgiveness had the character of restoration and involved a return to both self-sufficiency and one's place in the community. Where God was concerned, that also meant being divinely restored to your position in His eyes and being freed from fear of loss at His hands. So in sum, forgiveness by others meant restoration to the community. This in turn meant that whoever you sinned against did not take sanctions against you for your actions. In light of that, here's the reply to your lame attempt to juxtapose forgiveness with God's omnipotence. The proper contextual definition of forgiveness is exactly in line with God's commission of Jesus as a broker of the salvation covenant. And we'll get into more details on that when I tackle another vid of yours later. Bottom line, though, is it's not that God can't forgive without an ultimatum. What you don't get is that the very structure of what is properly defined as forgiveness means there's a process of action, obligation, and restoration, so that what you call an ultimatum was part of the package. However, what you call the ultimatum was not something directly issued by God, but was built into the reciprocal nature of their relationships. So then, do we have it clear that your definition of forgiveness needs some fine-tuning?
Can you explain that again in words with 3 letters or less?
Some ignorance is just unforgivable.